Good morning, everybody. This is Todd with the Forex Nitty Gritty Insiders Daily Video. Well, we're at the beginning of another month. September is now gone, and October is upon us, and hopefully we're ready to start fresh this last quarter of 2012. And we're coming kind of into what we might call the holiday time, the holiday trading, where we have Halloween and Thanksgiving here in the U.S. and, of course, Christmas, New Year's at the end of the year here. A time where, because of the holidays, we tend to see some volatility because of the liquidity issues. And that's something that we just need to be aware of. Now, this week happens to be one of those weeks where we have a tremendous amount of news coming out that we need to be aware of and prepared for. Today, we have in the U.S. ISM manufacturing coming out. We've got the FOMC member Williams speaking at a conference in San Francisco. We've also got Chairman Bernanke speaking. He's going to deliver a speech called 5 Questions About the Federal Reserve and Monetary Policy at the Economic Club in Indiana. There's going to be questions and answers, and so that could always cause the market to become more volatile. If he says something that was not anticipated or thought of, that's going to happen. That can cause some volatility. There is a bank holiday also in China, National Day there, so that possibly can have an impact on things. In Australia, we've got cash rate, the interest rate statement for the Australian dollar, which is coming out U.S. Eastern Time. Actually, U.S. Eastern Time about midnight. 12:30 in the morning. On Tuesday, continued holiday in China. Don't have a whole lot in the U.S. news-wise. Wednesday, another bank holiday in China. Germany, German Unity Day is going to be a holiday on Wednesday. U.S. ADP non-farm employment changes on Wednesday, along with the ISM non-manufacturing PMI for the U.S. Then Thursday morning, we have the pound coming out with its official bank rate statement, bank rate, and then the rate statement that day. So that'll cause volatility. So that's going to be at 7 a.m. Eastern Time. An hour or so after that, we're going to have the minimum bid rate and the ECB press conference for the Euro's interest rate. So a couple of big things Thursday morning, which we need to be aware of. And then we're going to have the FOMC meeting minutes that are going to be out on Thursday about noon. And this is just kind of a detailed report of their most recent meeting. And then in Japan, we've got a monetary policy statement and overnight call rate going on, so some volatility there. And then we end it on the ever important Non-Farm Payroll Friday. So, big week. I mean, if that's all that we understood about this week, was that it's going to be extremely heavily laden with interest rate statements, we are going to be prepared for some volatility. So take some time to write those down. Make sure you understand that that is coming up so that you can be prepared for the volatility. Now, we're going to look at the daily charts here, and you can see on the euro dollar that we really haven't changed much. We're in this pullback area, And last week we pulled back. We're about the same area where we were price-wise, although we have seen it run down. And then today we're getting the biggest candle that we've seen in the last couple of weeks. We may be in an area where we would see a little bit of support being held. And a lot is going to depend upon what comes out this week in the news. So we are developing, kind of this downward channel. If we get a breakout above that, we might see more of a movement to the upside here going forward. But a little bit of a pullback there. Aussie dollar having a pullback, but we're really kind of starting to get in this range, this choppy range here, where it's just trying to decide if it's going to really go up or down, or if it's just going to, range sideways. And it's a couple hundred pip range, so we can look at trading that. U.S. Swiss franc inverse of the the Euro U.S. dollar. Pound dollar. Starting to see it pull back like the Euro dollar's been doing. So look for some support maybe to develop there. U.S. Japanese yen still moving sideways. Not a whole lot going on there. And the U.S. CAD in that retracement. So we still have some retracements going on. We still have some potential areas where things are going to develop some support or resistance, and look for it to regain that direction that the trend is going in. And so, be cautious of what's happening. Realize that the news is usually what causes the market to really kick in one direction or the other. And this week we have a lot of it. So we could see a lot of volatility. So keep that in mind. And if you have questions, feel free to let me know. If not, we'll be back tomorrow and kind of see how this news starts to come out and impact what the market is doing. So until then, have a great rest of the day, and we'll talk to you soon.